this is Craig with Authentic Battle Damage. Comp 3 Interactive inspired me to create tutorials again. I've been watching his Invaders from Outer Space tutorial and it's wonderful. He does a great job. I'm learning a ton about small details I didn't know because I didn't have a reason to encounter it. Take a look at his channel, and I really highly recommend you go through his whole series. It's really good. I'm going to create a tic-tac-toe game. Years ago, I created a tutorial series on rock, paper, scissors. I started the game in the console and then eventually moved to Unity. I'm going to do the same thing again with tic-tac-toe. See, I want to differentiate myself from other tutorial makers like Brackeys or Sebastian Lang, Code Monkey, by focusing on separating the C# coding from the actual creating of games in Unity, and also putting an emphasis on refactoring code, because that's what programmers spend a lot of their time doing. Please go check out those other tutorial makers. They're great as well. I love watching them. Also, please take a look at this awesome refactoring book. It's where I learned a lot of these ideas on refactoring, and I'll be talking about them through the series. So being able to learn C# separately from Unity will help you immensely by giving you a solid grounding of how C# works and the ability to manipulate code. You'll also have a better idea of what to search for when you run into problems. So is it a problem with the C# programming language, or is it a Unity specific topic or a programming question? So this will help you become a more efficient programmer and a game developer by knowing where to start your search and ask the right questions to get the answers that you need to create. All developers go to Google and search for answers. Stack Overflow was literally created for this exact problem. And it branched into answering more questions. So another reason for doing this step-by-step refactoring of code is to show you how you can start with an idea and begin to flesh it out, but then refactor your code as you go to make it as extensible and as efficient as possible. And refactoring is the process that you will be going through to organize and keep things orderly. So just so you know, I enjoy diving into philosophical elements of how we organize our programs. So I'm going to be talking very philosophical sometimes, and the reason for this is how we think about problems and opportunities is a large portion of the solution to those problems. Programming is all about translating your ideas into an actionable set of commands that execute your ideas in the world. You are literally mediating between ideas and the implementation of those ideas in the real world. So you're basically manifesting new things into existence. And I just think that's a really awesome idea. So developers, they have an idea and they attempt to implement it. And the first implementation isn't always the right one. So we need to adjust the code as we discover where we're going and what the final product will look like, ensuring that we don't paint ourselves into a corner. And this is something a lot of new programmers experience, and they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do next. And that is part of the problem I'm trying to solve. I'm trying to lay things out in a very simple format and give people the ability to know, what do I do next? Or what should I try next? Classes, inheritance, composition, encapsulation, these are all concepts that grew out of a need to not get stuck supporting monstrous code bases that are unmanageable. I want to unpack these solutions to common problems so that you can navigate this space and you can create games that I would love to play in the future. I want you to show me what you got. Join me in the next lesson, and we're going to create a console project and get tic-tac-toe started. It's going to take several lessons for us to finish our first version of the game, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a procedural example of the tic-tac-toe game, and then we're going to go through the process in later episodes of refactoring it into something that is more manageable. Awesome.